Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super speculation theory something video. I don't know what we're going to be talking about right now because I am just messing this fucking up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey YouTubers, welcome... God fucking damn it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey YouTubers, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super speculation video. Today I am once again joined by MJ from Geeklist TV. MJ, why don't you say hello to all the people out there?
What's up, guys? MJ here, and I'm here to do this awesome video with Real to Real, man. What's going on, bro?
Oh my god, I was just expecting like a hey. Alright guys, so we are here to talk about the upcoming Universal Survival Arc, the Omniversal Tournament, as we've been calling it for months on end. And we've seen like an awesome little preview about, what's coming up. We don't necessarily know a whole lot yet. MJ and I just did a video about this, another speculation video, so I'll be linking that in the description below. Make sure to go check that out either after this video or before this video. It's about who might be the villain of this arc and how they might be setting that up and just kind of the cool concept storytelling of that. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about whether or not this arc is actually going to, I guess, fully flesh itself out, actually take a tournament, this huge, awesome tournament with, our 10 contestants from Universe 7, all the other cool guys we're going to see, all the familiar faces from Universe 6 and all the new people and everything that we're going to be seeing, all these new gods, all this stuff. Are we going to be seeing a tournament that actually ends? And my simple answer is no. I don't think there's any possible way, because you're talking about 10 people from 12 universes plus all the gods. You're talking about Dragon Ball trying to introduce, even just briefly, even if just showing them in the background, that's 150 new characters at least. And I don't think Dragon Ball has ever actually thrown that many people at us. Maybe, I don't know. But personally, I feel like what's going to happen, especially with the stakes involved in this particular arc, the universes are going to start being destroyed. Personally, I just believe that they're going to come in here. They might even have a match or two, but someone's going to get kind of pissy, or something's going to happen that's going to kind of derail the entire tournament, and someone's going to be, well, no, I was a villain, this was my plan the whole time, and we're going to jump into something quite similar to the Boo arc. MJ, what are your thoughts on this, man?
I can see what you're saying, that it could jump into something similar to the Boo arc. I do, however, think we're going to see at least one universe get destroyed. I think we're going to see one universe just get completely wiped out. Because you got to remember, bro, when you talk about one universe, you're talking about everything in it. You're talking about, presumably, the afterlife that's in it. You're talking about, the Kaioshin realms. You're talking about the God of Destruction realms. You're talking about everything in that universe just getting blown to bits and just getting wiped out from existence. So I think once that happens, either someone's gonna pop up and say he was the villain, like you just mentioned, or like Goku and them are gonna be, oh shit, they just really hit them in the gut that innocent people, gazillions of them, are just getting wiped out. So I think they might want to stop it, or just someone is gonna get upset. Maybe the God of Destruction of that universe, maybe he gets upset and goes on a rampage. Who knows? I do get your point on this, though, because when you just look at the stakes, the fact that every universe except for one is gonna get wiped out, and we don't even know, bro. We don't even know if are the gods and the angels of the universe gonna get wiped out as well. Because if everything in that universe gets destroyed, the Kaioshin realm being in that universe, where the hell are the Kaioshins gonna go? Like, where are they gonna sleep? Where are they gonna go? Like, where is the Kaioshin of Universe 6 gonna go? Where is he gonna go after this? There's gonna be nothing there but plain white existence, presumably to what. Like what Zeno was in, in the Future Trunks arc, where there's like nothing but like everything's gone, like where are they gonna go? Like, does that mean like if Head and them lose, does Champa get destroyed for that? Like, what's the God of Destruction gonna govern? There's no universe, there's nothing there. So it's like when you talk about the stakes being that high to where you're like Zeno is killing gazillions and trillions of people, and then he's taking his own gods of destruction out of a job and destroying the homes of his own Kaioshin. It's like, these stakes are really freaking high, and it's like, it just, in my opinion, we are probably going to see one universe will get wiped out, in my opinion, but the tournament will get stopped due to a new villain, or Goku and Vegeta and them stop, because when you think about it, when you look at Vegeta, like how have what's the word? During the Future Trunks arc, you remember how he was like how he threw the food at those people, you know, and kind of like being like, I just don't see Vegeta and Goku being that, like, we've seen Goku sort of choose his friends and family over other random people, like we saw it in the Buu arc, when, if you guys remember, when he's on the lookout and he's telling Piccolo that he just feels so bad for all the people on Earth, but yeah, we're safe because we're up here, you know, we're okay, guys, you know. So we see Goku put his own friends and family before random people, which is just his trait, because he is not a hero. Remember, guys, he's not Superman. He's not a hero. That's not what Toriyama designed him to be. He's not a superhero. But I just don't see like other people like Vegeta and Bulma. Like, I don't see that sitting right with them. That gazillions and trillions of people, or innocent people, let me add that word in there, innocent people are going to die, you know? Like, I just don't see them. Like, so I don't know what you think about that, but...
No, I completely agree, man. I don't necessarily see it happening. I remember, not to just like take what you were saying before we actually started recording this, but I do want everyone to know, because I think this is actually an interesting concept, is you were telling me, you know, straight up like old wrestling style, and I was telling you that makes sense just in terms of, I guess, just in terms of storytelling in general. One of the things that we are all expecting to see, if there is any universe that actually blows up or is actually destroyed in this, straight off the bat, and establishing like who the big bad is, or anything, especially if it's a contestant in another universe who wants something or is there for something other than just like in general what's going on, I think it has to be, and I'm sure you agree, is Universe 6, just because it not only puts kind of a qualifier, or it measures the strength of the contestants in that universe or whoever the villain might be, but it also wipes out at least half of the Super Dragon Balls and kind of puts even that much more of a stake on everything. And maybe we lead into actually meeting Zarama and all this other stuff. You can remake the Super Dragon Balls. I mean, who knows where they're going? But to me, logically, that makes the most sense if they take out Universe 6, just because it's a qualifier. One of the things I was thinking of with this is, you know, a lot of people are going to sit around, we have for a long time, myself included, have talked about how similar this feels to the Dark Tournament arc in Yu Yu Hakusho, and how, you know, the stakes are high. We have basically a team of 10, not just 5, like we thought it was going to be, but a team of 10 going in. They have all these stakes. It's just huge. Like, if we lose, we all die. Everyone we love dies. There's all this stuff, but it's also very similar to the tournament right before, you know, the whole Majin Buu stuff kind of got started. When we went into that tournament, we were all kind of excited as to what was going to happen. Maybe we'd get to see Vegeta and Goku fight again, which we did, and it was really epic and awesome. Some of the best scenes in all of the entire franchise were in that arc. But when we went into that tournament, there was no necessary villain. I mean, everyone was a suspect in that sense. Like, who is this guy? You know, who's Kaio-sama? Who's all these people? Who's the Supreme Kai, you know, Kibito, these like big ass fucking bald neo-Nazi looking guys. I mean, this is the one thing that I'm thinking of, is it's really reminiscent of that arc, because not only are the stakes high, but we have no villain. We have no villain to look out for. And if we have no villain, then they either have to establish one really quickly by taking out like a goalpost, like Universe 6, and that's going to be like the end fight for Goku and Ko going forward, or someone's going to interrupt it like they did with the last tournament arc, and we're only going to get to see, like you said, one universe actually get wiped off the face of the universe or the multiverse, and we're going to have to deal with that. And then someone either steps in, or they change the rules, or any of this other stuff that could possibly go down. I mean, it's really hard to predict what's going on with Dragon Ball Super, how it's going to kind of progress going forward. But this, to me, it just seems like too big of a project, or too big of a journey for Dragon Ball to actually pull off, especially with how short these arcs have been and how played out they seem from the end of it. It's not necessarily as compelling as everyone wants it to be. So when you have nearly like 30 episodes dedicated to the Goku Black arc, or the Future Trunks arc, whatever you want to call it, you get to a point where like, it's really cool, some of the best scenes we've ever seen in the entire franchise, but I wish it would have ended like 5 episodes sooner, and they would have actually gotten through, and they didn't just keep going back and forth in time just to get stronger, come back, get their ass kicked, and go back and get stronger and new techniques and all this other stuff. So artificially drawing it out with something like this, tournament's going to get really, in my opinion, it's going to get really annoying to just kind of sit around and watch this tournament play out, especially if they don't bring their A game like they did with the Universe 6 tournament, and just bring in like all these people, not just the Universe 7 people, but all the new people, and have interesting abilities and utilize everyone to their full potential. If they start taking away like, well, yeah, 18 and 17 are there, Boo's there, Gohan's there, Piccolo's there, and all this stuff, but only Goku and Vegeta are going to fight. Like, it's going to get boring for us. So that's my opinion.
I agree with you on the fact that, like, I feel like we're going to get a couple of tournament fights. One universe will get destroyed, and then it'll get interrupted. Or Goku himself will interrupt it, because you bring up a good point. I did tell you off air that Universe 6 might be the first one to get destroyed, just to prove that there's tension in this arc, and just to prove that this tournament means business. And, I mean, when you think about it, Universe 6 is the only universe we have an attachment to with, we have people like Dino and yourself, of course, who are huge Hit fans. We have people who are fans of Kaba. And think of it like this too. We don't know for sure, and I don't think they will, but if we find out more about this tournament, and we find out the people who lose, like the losers, are destroyed as well, meaning the God of Destruction and the team he chose are destroyed along with their universe, can you imagine how Beerus is going to feel seeing Champa get destroyed? Like, that's going to be like a punch in the gut to him, because we know from the last tournament arc that Beerus does care for Champa in some sort of way. He wished back his Earth form. So I feel like if Universe 6, if that's a rule that's implemented, that not only the universe gets destroyed, but the people who lost in the tournament as well get destroyed, meaning the God of Destruction, the Angel, and the team they chose, then I feel like that's really gonna just hit Goku and them in the gut. I feel like they're gonna say, "Oh shit," like it just dawned on them. Not only are innocent people dying, but their friends are dying. Like Kaba, who calls Vegeta his master. You know what I mean? Like these people. So I agree with you. I feel like the stakes are just way too high, and I feel like this fight or this tournament will get interrupted by a new villain, or a God of Destruction himself will stop it, or maybe one of the angels will stop it, or Goku and themselves stop it. But I just do not see this tournament going the whole freaking route of just having one universe being the last one standing, Like, I just do not see it going that way at all. So,
Or like, just hear me out, last thing. Like, this actually gave me an idea. Something they did with the Dark Tournament arc that was really cool was they were kind of the outliers of the tournament arc, because they were kind of a human team amongst all these demons. And that was really kind of cool. And what they did was they tried very hard to screw over that team, because there was something a little bit different from them. And one of the things they did was they expressed in the universe, or the Future Trunks arc, was somewhat, very subtly, a lot of people didn't pick up on this, but the Super Dragon Balls, or Dragon Balls in general, only exist in Universe 6 and 7. Now, a lot of people would say, well, that doesn't make any sense, but think about it, because one of the things that Zamasu did was, when he learned of them while watching GodTube and everything, he's like, oh, I've always heard stories, but I didn't think they were actually real, but here they are, first time these Super Dragon Balls have been brought together in who knows how many eons. And now they're watching GodTube, they're watching these people fight over them. Apparently, probably, theoretically, all the gods watched that and understood that these things have, like, they're real, they're not just rumors, and they have this enormous amount of power. So Zamasu goes to Zuno in Universe 7 and, barges in, makes him tell him where all the Super Dragon Balls are, and uses that knowledge to go and wish for, immortality and Goku's body and all this other stuff. So it kind of proves that Dragon Balls only exist in those two middle universes that are twins of each other. Wouldn't it be cool if that is the Dragon Balls, the main MacGuffin of the story, is what puts the target on their backs and makes it that the driving tension of the entire new arc?
I love that. I love that a lot.
It the like not only the gods of destruction but also the other gods is like they have these magical wish orbs that can actually distribute any wish whatsoever. It doesn't matter, immortality, anything going forward, and anything going forward. So what is going to, like, how are they going to react to that? In my opinion, is are the gods going to be a little bit weary of that, if like weary of the power of that, and that's what like puts a mark on universe 6 and 7, and they're fighting not only to save their other universes, but they want those universes dead because they have some kind of a cheat code that could potentially cause more problems than they fix. That would be a cool concept, something just like right off the top of my head. So sorry if it doesn't sound
I like that a lot, man.
really.
I just said I love that idea a lot. That puts a target on their back. And plus, Universe 6 and 7, just going, like, just sticking to those universes, when you look at them, there's a line that always, like, stuck with me from the Future Trunks arc ever since it ended. And that was the line similar that, my God, got tongue twisted there for a second. When Whis is talking to his dad, he goes, "Were you the one who came up with this idea?" And he goes, "Oh no, Son Goku is the one who came up with this idea of bringing the second Zeno to be Zeno's playmate." And then the priest goes, "Oh, this Universe 7 sounds like an interesting place." And he goes, "Oh, maybe you should come sometime, Father." So it's almost like very subtly, but they've been kind of like hinting at this idea that maybe Universe 7, and maybe you can throw in Universe 6 as well, since there are 20 universes, maybe they're special. And that's the reason why these two universes have those Dragon Balls. So it could be a thing where they walk in and there's a target on their back. Maybe the other universes don't like them for that matter.
Yeah, like
it's like, that would be cool. I would like that a lot.
To me, the only reason it makes a whole lot of sense to me is the fact that the series is named Dragon Ball. The Dragon Balls need to be the MacGuffin of like almost every single arc. Not in an interesting way. Not like, it doesn't always have to be we're looking for the Dragon Balls versus these evil people looking for the Dragon Balls, but it's something that pushes the story forward and gives us a context as to why we're, out of 12 universes, why are we focusing on Universe 7? Why are we focusing on Goku in general? And the MacGuffins are what brings the story forward. So if this arc doesn't utilize the Dragon Balls at all, then, it's kind of like, what's the point? I mean, they're Super Dragon Balls. The whole show is called Dragon Ball Super. Let's utilize them. Let's use them in an interesting way that we've never really seen before. And using them as a kind of a reason to actually kill Goku and all them other, and make sure that their universes are destroyed because they have a cheat code.
Yeah.
Would be interesting. And plus, if they use that concept and they actually get their way and destroy Universe 6, it would be a really interesting way to bring in Zorama, who's been supposedly missing, and probably, or potentially, a really awesome villain going forward, considering the fact that, you can kind of shave off and kind of do your best at retelling the Shadow Dragon arc from GT, which a lot of people consider an interesting idea, but didn't necessarily get told right. So, I mean, there's just so much possibility there.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. My bad.
Actually, I know this is a weird thing I'm gonna do, but I might actually, guys, if you're listening to this, you're probably seeing it already. I'm probably going to end the video at some point, because this is like a video in and of itself. But like this, it's just interesting to me. I hope everyone likes that theory. MJ seems to like it, even though it was like right off the cuff and not really what we were talking about in general. But just, guys, tell me what y'all think about that in the comment section below. Do you think it's possible that, not only is it possible to, kind of bring in the Dragon Balls as this MacGuffin that puts a target and kind of the tension going forward on everyone's back? Like, is this the thing that's going to unite the other 10 universes against Universe 6 and 7, and those people have to work in tandem in order to protect themselves going forward? And that way, we don't necessarily see the tension or we don't necessarily see just fight after fight, or Universe 6 getting just demolished at the beginning as kind of a precursor to look how strong that person is, or look how evil that person is. But basically the gods working in and of themselves, these angels or the Grand Priest, all these people working in tandem in order to just screw Universe 6 and 7 as they fight through this tournament, the same way they did in the Dark Tournament arc, where, what if Goku and Co actually get done with their fight and then they immediately have to fight? Like, they immediately have to fight another universe, and they're all weak and torn up, and they have to use strategy in order to fight, and they're tired and all this other stuff. We saw that in the Dark Tournament arc. It worked brilliantly. It was dark. It was interesting to see them use their minds in order to actually fight and win battles, and tension-filled. I would love to see that. I think a lot of people would love to see that. I want to know everyone's ideas. MJ, your thoughts on that? Anything you'd want to see just based off of that idea?
I gotta say, I do like the idea, and I like the fact that I was thinking in my head, I'm not sure if this will actually work, but kind of like, what if we get this twisted idea of a villain who wants to use the Super Dragon Balls like a twisted god of destruction, and he actually tells his universe, protect Universe 7 and 6, so if you guys fight them or end up in a fight with them, I want you to lose on purpose because I want those Super Dragon Balls and I don't want them to get destroyed if Universe 7 loses. So that would be kind of like a weird twisted way to where he's making his own people give up their own home planets and sake for just to him to have the Super Dragon Balls. I think that could be a way to use it as well. But I do agree with your whole theory of the fact that they should be the MacGuffin of the story, though. I do agree on that. As far as the arc goes, because they have been used in the arcs. The Dragon Balls have been used in every single arc. The Frieza arc, Beerus arc, Champa arc. Obviously, Zamasu used them. So again, the MacGuffin of the story. I do agree with you on that. But
yeah, and it's the thing that drives the story, and that's something we've never necessarily seen. We've never necessarily seen the Dragon Balls be used as a reason to cause death and destruction to our main characters. Like, obviously, they've been used to exact power or give power or something in order to cause death and destruction, but not the sole reason why these people are dangerous. And it would be interesting. It would be interesting to see them being judged for this thing that we've kind of taken for granted, or they've definitely taken for granted and tried to use only for good going forward. And to me, that's just an interesting thing. But anyway, guys, I'm actually going to, because this is a long video, I'm probably going to separate this into two videos. First of all, who's going to be, to the most part, who's going to be, whether the tournament is going to be interrupted, and then how the Super Dragon Balls might be used in this upcoming arc in order to build tension and all this other stuff. So anyway, it's going to be a little weird, but I think it's necessary. MJ, thank you so much for joining me, man.
No problem. I'm always happy to be your guest.
Guys, like I said, we have a video dropping on his channel. Please make sure to go check that out. It's pretty cool. Just going forward, just terms of who the main villain of this next arc could be, and the motivations behind that, and just what it is that we could be looking forward to in that particular arc. So please make sure to go check that out. It's a really good video. Please make sure to go check MJ out just in general. Go subscribe to him. He makes really awesome content. And maybe if you guys go and show him some love, he will actually start making more videos, because he's slowed down recently. But I can't be the one to judge. I was recently MIA for a while there myself. So anyway, guys, we do hope you enjoyed the videos. But we're going to catch you on the next one, all right?